Former US President Donald Trump says that he is prepared to debate Vice President Kamala Harris on 3 dates in September. He says those dates would be September 4th on Fox, September 10th on ABC and September 25th on NBC. We know that Ms. Harris's camp has agreed to that ABC News debate, but we're yet to hear about the two others. Now, Donald Trump and the Republican Party have spent much of the election campaign pretty confident about winning in November. Despite a criminal conviction and a number of ongoing trials, the former president looked like he was going to walk back into the White House without barely breaking a sweat. But in the past 2 weeks, with the Democratic Party seemingly rejuvenated and refocused behind Kamala Harris, there seems to be a change in the mood at Trump HQ. According to the Washington Post, Donald Trump has become increasingly upset about the vice president's surge in the polls and her widespread media coverage. "It's unfair that I beat him and now I have to beat her too," he reportedly told a close ally last week. In the last hour, he held a press conference from Mar-a-Lago.
We have somebody that hasn't received one vote for president and she's running, and that's fine with me. But we were given Joe Biden, and now we're given somebody else. And I think, frankly, I'd rather be running against the somebody else. But that was their choice. They decided to do that because Kamala's record is horrible.
With me now is our North America correspondent, John Sudworth. John, very good to see you there. Donald Trump holding that press conference today. Just talk to us about how the Trump campaign appears to be managing this shift of momentum, which is putting some wind in the sails of the Democrats.
Well, I think, Helena, you have to wonder about, the very fact of the holding of this press conference. It's the first press conference Mr. Trump has held since his Manhattan conviction. And the only thing, of course, that's changed between then and now has been Joe Biden stepping back from the campaign and the poll boost that the Democrats under Kamala Harris have received as a result. In many ways, this was vintage Donald Trump, sometimes rambling, grievance-filled, full of apocalyptic messages. But it also, I think to many observers may seem to be a sign that those shifting poll numbers are now being taken very, very seriously by the Republicans. In particular, that announcement from Mr. Trump of those 3 dates in September that you set out there. Don't forget, one of those dates with the ABC scheduled debate, he'd already withdrawn from, suggesting he wasn't now going to take part. It is now back on the table, at least as far as he's concerned. We know Kamala Harris has already agreed to take part in that one, but these extra 2 debates as well all suggest that this is now Donald Trump taking very seriously the threat from Kamala Harris and deciding that he needs to do all he can to face it.
And we will indeed have to see whether they do indeed meet on the debate stage once again. We also heard from President Biden speaking to CBS News, saying he wasn't confident there'd be a smooth transition of power if Trump loses. Just tell us briefly more about what the president had to say.
Well, he claimed there was a smooth transfer of power last time. Again, very vintage Trump type commentary. I think, all in all, people will possibly see here, as I say, the sign that this is the Republicans feeling the pressure from the Kamala Harris bounce. And in particular, I think, people starting to draw a contrast between the style of Donald Trump and this renewed sense of optimism on the Democrat side.
All right, John Sudworth there in New York, our correspondent, watching that latest news conference. John, thank you so very much.